Let's take a look at the Webex interface or layout. There are three major areas that you need to pay attention to. The first, in the upper left-hand corner, are all the menus for this particular program. This is where you'll see word-based commands that might be a little bit more intuitive than iconic-based commands that you would see in the actual interface. Mac users, if you go to the Meeting Center menu, you'll see the preferences for the entire program. PC users, you're going to look for the word Preferences or Options in one of these menus, probably in the Edit menu. But because I'm not on a PC, I'm not sure where you'd exactly find that. But it should be called Preferences or Options, and you should be able to find it in one of these menus. The other area is the Content area. You have a quick Start tab, which allows you to change your audio, share a file, or help somebody else get into the meeting if you have the option to do that. Meeting info is just for your information in case something happens or you need to troubleshoot or you're trying to help another person get into the meeting. Here's all the information about this particular meeting. The whiteboard is like a chalkboard or a whiteboard that you might see in a classroom or in an actual meeting where somebody can do annotations, write equations, take notes, draw shapes, whatever it may be, and this is usually controlled by the presenter. Right now in the participants panel, you can see that Jessica Eddington is the presenter because this ball is next to her name. This ball indicates who the presenter is at the current time in your meeting, and that person will control what's showing up here in these tabs and what's on the whiteboard. Now, this participants panel is not the only panel that you can use. There's also the chat panel and the notes panel. The notes panel is for you to take your own notes during the meeting and then save it as a text file. The chat panel allows you to chat with individuals, whether it's the host, the presenter, other people in the actual meeting, or you can ask questions or add your own information to everybody in the meeting. And then the participants are going to list everybody who's here, and for your particular name, you're going to have all of these options to control whether or not you raise your hand, show the video of you, whether it's webcam or an external webcam, and you can mute yourself as well. This is also where you can change who is the particular presenter at any given time by passing this ball here. Now, if you go to this drop-down menu, you can manage your panels and you can rearrange them. Depending on what the settings are for this particular meeting, you might have different panels here. So I can click OK, and now my notes panel shows up on top. If I want to close a panel, I can close it using this X, and I again can reopen it here. If I need to reset my layout, I can go to Restore Layout here, and that's the basic working interface of a Webex meeting.